Welcome at the tutorial about Flasheye perception software. Software which is created to streamline usage of 3D LiDARs, which can provide data analysis, point cloud analysis in a very easy way. So you can implement LiDAR software or LiDAR sensors in different projects in basically no time. Flasheye software is divided in two parts: backend, which is running either on the server or industrial PC, or in some cases directly on the sensor, and front end, which you can see right now on this recording, which is running basically in any web browser. The front end is displaying you point cloud from the sensor, as well as some information about analysis, and also it allows you to create different zones with different functionality, which it will be described later in another chapters in this tutorial. In the main view in the software, you can see a point cloud, which you can rotate by left mouse click and move your mouse around. You can zoom in your point cloud by scroll in and scroll out. And also you can translate your point of view by scroll click and moving your mouse around. In our software we have predefined different viewpoints, and hotkeys for those viewpoints you will find in the help in question mark in the right top corner, where you can see different definitions, and you can use it by just clicking different view on your keyboard. In the main window, in the main view, we have three areas where you can change things, where you can actively interact with the system. Bottom right corner is place where you can change your cloud modes, and we have 4 cloud modes for you to available. Raw cloud mode will display raw data from the sensor. You will see points moving a little bit. This is a natural behavior of the data, raw data from the 3D LiDAR. We have something called static reference, which is basically a reference which our system builds up to understand what is a dynamic, what is a static point in the view. We have dynamic points. So right now when someone or something would move in the view, dynamic points would be displayed. Right now there is no one in this area, so no dynamic points are displayed. And static and plus dynamic, which shows static data, static reference, loaded only once when you enable this mode, and on top of that dynamic points. And this point cloud mode is recommended to use. It is using the least bandwidth from between the back end and front end, and is the more natural to use. Also important to note that static reference in this mode is loaded only when you set this cloud mode. So even if the static reference will be updated over the time, in this point cloud view you will not see updates. You will have to iterate, you will have to change the cloud mode to another one to get the newest static loaded. This is meant to be like that in purpose to limit the bandwidth between the back end and the front end. Also, you can in the same place in the right bottom corner you will see refresh update rate, and this is a slider which you can change how often you will get update of the point cloud in the front end. And this is very useful if you have very limited network. For example, you are working over 4G network between front end and back end, and you don't want to have a lot of points moving in between, and you want to configure the system. In left bottom corner, you will see a console. This is a place where logs are stored about events and intrusions into the zones if the 3D zones are set up in the system. In this system right now, from today, we don't have any logs, but when we load older logs, we are getting information about some unclassified objects entering the zones. Right now the zone has been deleted, so you cannot see this zone in the interface. But later on I will show you how to create a zone and how to use this information in a better way. In a top right corner you see a save button, which will be highlighted in pink color whenever some unsaved changes will be in the system. You have a help button, which I will show you before, which you can get some information about how you control the front end, how you move, how